Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today I'm going to be filming a women in horror vlog. I'm so excited for the theme of this vlog. Obviously, I love reading horror. It's one of my favorite genres, and I also love supporting women in the horror community. So in this video, I'm going to be reading all horror books by female authors. I have a pretty loose TBR for this video, but I'm mostly gonna let myself try to mood read as long as we fit the theme of the vlog. But these are the books that I pulled along with Cursed Bunny by Bora Chung, which I've already read a few of those short horror stories and I'm loving it. It is so weird. So right now, I think I'm gonna start off with Mother Thing by Ainsley Hogarth. I just got my audiobook hold in from the library, so I'm super excited to start this one. And I will probably be kind of reading the Cursed Bunny stories in between reading this book and all of the other ones, so you'll get little bonus reviews in between. But before we really get into the vlog, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Ana Luisa. Y'all know I have worked with Ana Luisa before and I absolutely love them. They have the most beautiful, dainty jewelry pieces. They are carbon neutral, they are ethically and sustainably made, but most importantly, they're adorable. I mean, come on. Hello. That little pearlescent flower, are you kidding me? And it looks so good with my earscape right now. And this necklace is also from Ana Luisa. Pretty much all of the necklaces that I wear are from Ana Luisa. Look what else they sent me though. These, look, they are these checkerboard huggy earrings, and y'all know, if you know one thing about me, you know I love a checkerboard pattern, so I cannot wait to wear these as well. Everything from Ana Luisa is just so beautiful, and right now coming up is Mother's Day, so they are running their Mother's Day campaign. That is why the theme of this video is women in horror, just wanting to show support and love for all the women out there, mother or not. Empowered women empower women, and Ana Luisa makes a perfect gift for any woman in your life. So if you're looking for that perfect Mother's Day gift, look no further. I am so inspired by every single woman that I am mentioning in this video, all of these female authors. I feel like horror is just such a hard genre for women to thrive in. It's taken so long for me to parse my way through the horror community and find female authors that are popular, that aren't indie published, and I'm so grateful and so inspired by authors like one of my favorites, Anya Alborn, who I started reading while she was indie published on KU, and now I just picked up this book from Barnes & Noble. So cool to see my fellow women making it out here in the genre. It's even really hard to be a female reviewer for horror. I get a lot of those men in my comments saying what they're gonna say about a girl reviewing horror books. So really, this whole vlog is just a love letter to women in horror, and I'm so happy that Ana Luisa is supporting that mission. If you want to check out Ana Luisa and get a cutie gift for yourself, your mom, or any woman in your life, or non-binary person, or man as well, then of course visit my link down below and check it out. They always have great sales running, but especially for their Mother's Day campaign. And you can get 20% off of your purchase with code HaileyHughes20. That's just my name, HaileyHughes20, for 20% off. Thank you so much to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. Now let's go ahead and get into women in horror. So as I said, I am starting out with Mother Thing, and this, honestly, there are a lot of layers to the synopsis. This book is about Ralph and Abby. Okay, they're a married couple. They just recently got married and they're moving in with the dude's mom. Okay, so it's Abby's mother-in-law, Laura, and they're trying to connect Abby had a really traumatic childhood, so she's trying to recover from this like mother relationship that she never had, at least not in a healthy way. Laura isn't really interested in bonding with her daughter-in-law. It says she's venomous and cruel, but when she takes her own life, Laura's ghost starts to haunt Abby and Ralph, her son, in different ways. And she's like terrorizing them from beyond the grave. So it's giving like ghost mother-in-law. You think you've escaped her because she's dead, and then she just comes right back around. So I'm terrified. I'm very interested to see what this is gonna be all about, what the vibe is gonna be. I've heard really, really good things about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it on audio. I have a little home project that I wanna do. I wanna paint a little olive oil dispenser to match some of my kitchen decor so it all just like coordinates. So I'm gonna do that while I start the audio. I also need to clean the house. So hopefully this is a good, entertaining audiobook. I love having just like a banger audiobook on while I get stuff done around the house. Let's go. So this is kind of the general vibe of my kitchen. I like this like light blue teal color palette. I'm specifically wanting to like recreate some of these kind of patterns on here so I can like set this here and it'll be like all coordinating and cute. I use olive oil so much, and I use this like big massive thing from Costco, and it's just so annoying to like keep getting it down the shelf where we have to keep it because it's so large. So I'm gonna just like keep some on the counter, and it's gonna be cute and matchy.
For Polly. 1. The night Ralph's mother flayed her forearms, a woman in a red dress handed him a business card. I know how woman in a red dress sounds because I thought the same thing at first. When I got back to the ICU waiting room with our sodas, I said, "What do you mean, woman in a red dress?" A Jessica Rabbit type came va-va booming down the hall.
Hello, vloggy vlog. I have literally cleaned the entire house while listening to this book. I love plotless books to clean the house to on audio. It's like the best thing ever. You don't have to pay super close attention. You just kind of like let it wash over you. That's why I love weird horror like this. And this is definitely that. It's definitely plotless. I love how we're just like digging into these characters' lives. So the mother-in-law does die in the first chapter. So yeah, reading that on the back was not a spoiler at all. And we're just basically following the aftermath of her death right now and learning a lot of background about our main character, her husband, the mother, and the like horrible, vicious things that she would do, but like do them subtly enough so that the husband, her son, could not pick up on it. Oh my God, she just sounds like a nightmare. But we haven't gotten into any like ghosty horror yet. Just like a few little things have been dropped, like the husband's hearing voices and being like, "Wait, what did you say?" And she's like, "I didn't say anything." So things like that are being dropped, but nothing too like horror heavy right now, although, you know, we are a quarter in, so I wouldn't really expect that. But I'm really liking just like the character driven family dynamics deep dive, all the background that we're getting. And it's so funny, like darkly funny. It's written with this like funny, dry kind of voice that I just am really liking. I have the first layer done of my little dispenser, and then I also cleaned the whole house while that was drying. Now I'm gonna do the second layer and continue listening. All right, I finished my little house project stuff, all my cleaning. I feel very productive, and I'm gonna keep the productivity going. Why don't we keep these good vibes going? Who knows that TikTok sound? I'm so chronically online, literally. TikTok sounds live in my head. I am gonna keep the good vibes going and be more productive, go to the gym, continue listening to Mother Thing. We've gotten into the horror of it all, but it's kind of that like horror where you're second guessing. You don't really know if this is actually something paranormal or if these two are just going crazy around the bend. So gonna try to figure it out. I'm at the 45% mark, and I'm gonna imagine that I'll get a lot further at the gym. So off we go. vlog. I am back from the gym feeling all fresh and clean. I just took a shower, did my skincare, redid my makeup because I have to take some Instagram photos, and all along the way I've been listening to Mother Thing. I am at the 85% mark, and y'all, the best way that I can describe this is it is AHS Coven meets the Babadook. So if you like either that show or that movie, or if you love both, you're gonna love this one. We've gotten deep into the horror now, and I love it. I love it. I love the like metaphor. I love what it stands for. I love everything. If you like the themes of the Babadook, just like addressing mental health through themes of horror, addressing grief through themes of horror, you are gonna love the Mother Thing. I'm super excited to finish it, but I gotta get these photos done first, so I'll be right back. All right, vlog, I've finished shooting and I've also finished Mother Thing. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. The ending was gnarly, it was gross, it was scary, it was everything. All the metaphors came together and I loved it. I don't have too many complaints, like, at all. It was a little short. The ending was a little abrupt. I think I would rather have an epilogue than like have it end the way that it did, but really no complaints. It didn't give me the 5-star feeling, but 4 stars. This is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful if you like weird feminist horror with underlying meanings. I'm gonna jump back into Cursed Bunny and I'll let you know what I think of the stories that I read a little bit later, and then we will pick out my next book together. But right now, I'm gonna cook dinner. I'm gonna make some vodka sauce, homemade vodka sauce, pasta, and crispy chicken. So let's go do that. Hello vlog, I am halfway through Cursed Bunny by Bo Chung. I finished I finished 6 out of stop. I finished 6 out of the 10 stories, and so far I've probably really liked 3 of them, and 3 have just been okay. None have been bad. The title story has been my least favorite, but they're just like really weird. I think for the most part, the stories that aren't hitting for me are still like scary, freaky, uncomfortable horror stories, but I'm just not getting the meaning from them. They're like going a little bit over my head, and it could be because this is a translated work, so it's just like not quite translating coming across, but for the most part, really liking it. I got 4 more stories to go, but I think I'm gonna save those to go in between the other book picks for this vlog, and I think I'm gonna pick up the Anya Alborn book next, but I gotta go to sleep because we tired. So I will see you in the morning. Oh, and so will Boba, apparently. You're so cute. Good morning. Get your stretch. Oh, and someone's rustling over there. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to the party. Hi. Y'all are literally so cute. It's not even fair. Yeah, get your stretches. Morning mood. I can never keep this daybed made because puppies just destroy it. So, good morning. I say morning, but it's actually like almost noon. I've been working all morning since 8 a.m., but it's been a good day. I just love my job, y'all. It is, I'm not gonna say it's an easy job, but when you have a lot of passion for what you do, anything feels easy. So, loving my work day today, and now I have a little break. I pick up sessions in a couple hours in person, so I'm gonna just read and hopefully try to get some things done before then, before I have to go back to work, I think I'm going to start with the Anya Allborn that I mentioned last night. Also, it's like a super rainy, dreary day, so I feel like this is just like fitting the mood. It is called The Devil Crept In, and I believe it's like a kidnapping story. So all of these little boys had gone missing over the years, and now in present day, another kid has gone missing. Pets are going missing from yards, and the residents of this little town have just tried not to talk about these unsolved crimes. But now that another kid has gone missing, the fear is reborn. And for Stevie, who's determined to find out what really happened, the awful truth may be too horrifying to imagine. So it's giving like very normal structure that we've seen before of a mystery thriller missing child story. I'm going to get into it, and when I have thoughts, I will let you know what they are. Hello vlog, it is much later. I am about to honestly, I'm about to fall asleep. I'm so tired because I got up so early, but I have another round of clients starting in about 10 minutes, so I gotta go. But before I do, I wanted to update you about The Devil Crept In. I am about a quarter of the way through, and it's really, really good. It's that like very signature Anya Allborn kind of writing style that's very detailed, very just like flowy. I don't know, like the narrative just like flows almost like you're watching a movie. It's very, very visual, and even though it's set in modern day, something about it feels nostalgic, maybe because we're following the perspective of a young boy. It just feels like that feeling that you get when you read like It or you watch Stranger Things, like just following a little boy's perspective. There's something so innocent about it, and it's such an interesting juxtaposition to be following this innocent point of view in like a really scary situation. And his cousin is the little boy who went missing, so he's like trying to do his own investigation, and along the way we're figuring out about their home lives and just learning details about them. And oh my god, our main character is just such a little sweetheart. It kind of reminds me of The Girl Next Door in that way, but I'm liking this one a lot better. Obviously, it's not nearly as intense, so things are going well. I am gonna go do some sessions, and I will let you know when I have an update for you. Hello vlog, I just made it to part 3, so I'm halfway through The Devil Crept In, and part 2 was really when things popped off. I don't even know what to say. This book is so weird. It's definitely like disturbing, weird horror, which is what Anya Allborn does best. So I'm into it. I'm freaked out. I have no idea how this is going to resolve, but we basically followed another timeline and another like new main character for all of part 2. In part 3, we're going back to following Stevie, our little boy, who is trying to figure out what happened to his friend slash cousin, but I already know the connection to part 2 between part 1 and part 2, and I'm just like, how is this going to resolve? Like, how is this happening? I can't really talk about it without spoiling it, but y'all, this is so weird. If you like weird, disturbing horror, you'll like this. All right, vlog, I am 75% of the way through, and I'm not gonna lie, the third act is getting a little repetitive. It's a possession story, which you can probably tell by The Devil Crept In. I'm not going to tell you who's possessed or what's going on because no spoilers, but I find this happens a lot with possession horror is that it's like just the person acting weird day after day after day, and then the main character getting frustrated with it, and da 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 da. And the only time that it's really, really worked out is in My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, because there was good humor in that book, and I cared so much for our two main characters. And in this book, it's just not giving up to that level, although I don't hate it at all. I'm definitely still enjoying it, but it's not giving me the 5-star feeling. I don't know, maybe because I'm comparing it to Best Friend's Exorcism, but I am really, really liking it. There's definitely a lot of like devil content, which means a lot of like sacrifice. There's a lot of animal sacrifice, a lot of animal cruelty, so just be aware of that if you want to read this and you have that trigger. But yeah, I'm liking it, but I'm gonna put my book down so I can get ready to go to game night tonight. We're having game night with a bunch of our best friends, so I will give you an update probably in the morning. Do y'all know that level of hangover where you just start shaking? Help me, fucking help me. I didn't mean to do this. I had a whole day planned today. I was supposed to go do things. I was supposed to have fun. It's Earth Day. I was supposed to be out in the earth, but I can't. I can't do anything but sit here and shake and shake and shake and dry heave and shake. I don't know what happened at game night, but I gotta go. I gotta leave. Hello, vlog. I'm alive. I have been revived, thank God. I'm still not feeling 100%, obviously, but wow. I was down bad like all day, and I finally feel a little bit better. I got some food, took a shower, yada yada. I also finished The Devil Crept In by Anya Alborn because I literally had so many things I wanted to do today, but I was like, I can't do any of it. I'm just gonna lay around and read this book. So I finished it. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I really liked it, but it just didn't give me that like perfect 5-star feeling. And now I'm kind of getting frustrated because this is the second book that I read back to back that I really, really liked. I honestly cannot find a complaint. Like, there are no specific complaints coming into my brain about Mother Thing or about The Devil Crept In, but they're just not giving me the 5-star feeling. They were perfectly enjoyable. In fact, I might give this one a 4.5 because I loved the epilogue at the end of this one. It just like gave that perfect little haunting piece to leave you with that I love at the end of a horror book when that is like tacked on. Ooh, I just love it. It's like that the story continues kind of thing. It's definitely not an open ending. It just leaves you with that last bit of horror in the epilogue. So really liked that. Really liked the way that the story unfolded, like the characters, just not giving me that feeling that I'm looking for. So maybe that will be my next read that I pick up, but I think I'm gonna dive back into Cursed Bunny tonight. But right now I'm about to go get ramen with my best friend because I just feel like that would be healing. I love ramen on like a dreary rainy day when I don't feel good. Yeah, I just really want ramen. So we're gonna go do that, and then we might go see Evil Dead Rise as well. So I'll give you all a little movie review. I love the Evil Dead like universe, so I'm super excited to see the next iteration. That's my plan. Vlog. We are back from the movie. It was so good, like genuinely So good, new favorite. I freaking love the Evil Dead franchise, and this was one of the best installments of it. Go see it if you like gory, intense, extreme horror movies. I wouldn't say this is like super, super extreme. It was pretty extreme with the gore, but there wasn't any like sexual assault or anything like that, which I know is like the big trigger that people kind of look out for when you talk about extreme, especially like visually in a movie. So it's safe for that. Really, really freaking good. And now I'm gonna dive into a few cursed bunny stories before I go to bed. I will let you know what I'm thinking in the morning. Hello vlog, it is the next morning and I actually finished Cursed Bunny last night, but y'all, this was a slog to get through the back half. If the first half was like a 4-ish star, the back half was like a 2-star. I don't know what it was about the back half of the stories. It was just very, very, very difficult for me to get through them. They were boring. A lot of the meaning, I felt like I was like struggling to make meaning out of it as I was reading, instead of having just like this deeper meaning kind of wash over me, this like understanding, this like deeper layer. I love horror like that, but it felt like I was doing work while I was reading this, and I actually, for the last 2 stories, I was like, oh my god, if these are like the previous 2 that I just read, I'm literally gonna DNF. Like, I can't do it. So I ended up getting the audio and just playing my Switch, which the audio definitely helped while I was just like playing in my little dreamlight valley. But wow, there are 10 stories in here. So story 7 and 8, it was rough. It was rough. I'll just say that. So if I'm going based on the first half was a 4-star, the latter half was a 2-star, that is an average of a 3-star. It sounds really harsh because there are a couple stories in here that I really, really liked, but that's the thing about a short story collection, is it's really hard to get a really high rating because you got to consider every single story. So I am going to give this 3 stars. I don't think you need to like run and go pick it up, especially if this would be something outside of your comfort zone. Now, if you love like weird cerebral horror, definitely still recommend it. But if that's not your thing, you can skip Cursed Bunny, because the stuff that was weird that hit was great. The other stuff it was really honestly just hard to get through. So I am going to pick up the last book for this vlog now, which is Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder. And this is a horror story about a mother who thinks that she is slowly turning into a dog or a werewolf at night, and she is learning how to cope with that. I've heard really, really, really mixed reviews of this one. Like, I've seen some people give it 1 star and some people give it 5. So I'm excited to see where I will land. But before I dive into this book, I actually have a bunch of sessions. I've been doing like Sunday sessions for my clients and everyone's loving it so much. So I have a bunch of Sunday sessions this morning, and then I'm going straight to brunch with my best friend and maid of honor so I can catch up with her. But when I'm home and I get a little bit into Night Bitch, I will let you know my thoughts. Well, your girl hit up the bargain stores and did some freaking damage. Did some freaking damage. Got so much stuff that was influenced by TikTok. Oh God, what have I done? After brunch, we literally shopped till we dropped. So I'm so tired. Honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't wanna read. I'm gonna sit my ass down with my Switch and I'm gonna play some games. See ya whenever I see ya. Remy the Ratatouille, the rat of all my dreams. Hello vlog, good morning. It is the next day. I am getting ready to go to the gym and I'm literally sitting here contemplating, do I bring my Switch to walk on the treadmill and I'll just walk today instead of run, because I cannot stop playing my game. Am I insane? Maybe. I really might be on my iPad kid energy this morning because I'm literally considering bringing my Switch to the gym with me. Oh my god! This is so humiliating. I might do it though. Hello vlog, what's up? It is almost 5 o'clock. It's almost the end of the day. I just, after the gym, had to kick it into high gear, working. So I have not let you know about anything, but every break that I've had, every possible moment, I've been reading Night Bitch. Since I started last night, I've been addicted to this book. It's so good. It's so like no thoughts head empty for me. Like I love plotless character driven books and this is that. So I know that that's an unpopular opinion. Not a lot of y'all align with my taste in that way, but the girlies who get it, get it. My character driven readers who love weird feminist horror. This is for you and it is definitely for me. I am falling on the, I know this is a very divisive book, but I'm falling on the side that loves it. Our main character is so, the word that comes to mind is like all encompassing. I feel like every single woman can be seen in this character in some way, the way that she oscillates between obviously woman and dog, but then also she's oscillating between like the different sides of herself that she wants to get in touch with and how women are really inherently by society put into a role where we aren't allowed to fully explore every piece of ourselves. There's no harmony between every single role that we're supposed to play or that we might want to play. And it's so hard to balance fulfillment with the things that you feel like you're supposed to do and how in that do you even know what you actually want and enjoy. Like, I don't know. I just think this is so interesting. I love conversations like this. Obviously, I'm not a mother. I don't think I could see myself as a mother, at least not in this point in my life. Every year that I get older, I kind of wait for that instinct to come in, and I don't think that that's something that I want, at least not at this point. I'm not completely shutting myself off to it, but it just doesn't feel like anything that I would want or be capable of while maintaining my mental health and happiness. So it's interesting just like observing these multifaceted conversations that this book is bringing up about motherhood, about family, about feminism, just about like how women are supposed to be in the world, and of course through the lens of this weird horror as she is turning into a dog and then like not being able to control when she's a dog and when she's not. I just love it. I love it. Sorry, this is the weird stuff that I love. I'm at part 3 right now, so I'm almost done. I think I only have like 30% left because this is just so easy to read and it's really short. It's like less than 250 pages, which I didn't realize that when I picked it up, but this is like almost novella length. So short. And I'm loving it. So that is my update for Night Bitch. I have to run back into my latter half of sessions for this Monday. Oh, and it is quite a Monday. Gonna get back into work, and then after work, I'm actually going to see Beau is Afraid, the new A24 movie. I was gonna call it a horror movie, but I hesitate to say that because people say that it's just like a weird, uncomfortable fever dream, kind of much like this book. But that's what I'm gonna do after work. I don't know, I might come home and try to finish this book, especially since I don't have that much left, but we will see. I will probably come back at you with a full review and wrap up for this vlog in the morning. Hi vlog, it's the next morning. Yes, I'm wearing the same hoodie as yesterday. Don't clock me, it's fine. So, Beau is Afraid, fucking crazy. Y'all are getting like these little bonus horror movie reviews in here. I'm just gonna give you the tea. way too long. Way too long. It did not need to be that long. I don't know why it's a 3-hour movie. It's plotless, it's weird. It's definitely not a horror movie. It just aims to make you feel uncomfortable. So I don't know how I feel about it because, I don't know, some of the metaphor, some of the commentary was really heavy-handed. So it's like expressly about these heavy themes like childhood trauma and attachment relationships, which obviously I loved. I love that commentary, especially through like horror, even if it is just more like discomfort rather than actual like horror. But regardless, I feel like the juxtaposition of some of the ridiculousness kind of took away from the sanctity of that message, the like gentleness that maybe it's just because I am a trauma therapist, so I hold space for people's attachment trauma every single day, and it's like essential that I do that very gently and with respect for the things that they're bringing into session. And to see a movie just do that with such like ridiculousness and disregard for that holding, I don't know. I have mixed thoughts about it. I also think sometimes when you go so pretentious, it also takes away from your message. But it wasn't boring. I was engaged the whole time, even though it was long. So take with that what you will. It's definitely not like a blanket 5-star like Evil Dead Rise. I'm like literally running go see it. Bo's not afraid. It's not going to be for everyone, but mixed thoughts. And also finished Night Bitch last night by Rachel Yoder. This is a 5-star. This is a 5-star. So easily. So easily. The second half of this book is fantastic. I loved every single second of it, every conversation that was brought up. It made me think, but it didn't make me work for the thoughts, if that makes sense. Like, the author sparks conversation, but it's not like you have to dig through metaphors to figure out what she's saying. It's just like, boom, there in your head, presented in the best way, which for me, the best way is through like weird feminist horror. So I am very grateful that I picked up this book for this video. It just came at the right time, and it's really making me think. It was also just so weird. So fucking weird. A lot of the plot points were just like funny to me. I don't know. It was darkly funny in a way that like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like kind of explaining why some things that people shit on about women, like basic woman things, why they exist. And yes, it's funny to be like, okay, MLM, go off, like Miss Arbonne, whatever, like that's funny. It's funny to make fun of MLMs, but then when you see like the deeper reasons why women do that or might be drawn to that, it's an interesting conversation, and that's just one example of something that was brought up in this book. I just love it. I think you need to read it. I could sit here and talk about it for hours. I wish that this was my book club pick 1 month, because I could literally sit here and talk about it for so long, but I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm just going to end on saying that this is a 5-star book. We've done it. We've gone through book after book after book that were not really bad. Like, I literally read no bad books in this video, but I was looking for my 5-star, and we finally got to her, and I'm so happy that we did. So highly recommend all of the books really in this video if you like weird horror, considering everything that I said in my reviews. And again, just feeling so inspired by the authors that I featured in this video, and I encourage you to take a moment to feel grateful for the inspiration that you feel from the women in your life. And if you want to treat them with some cutie jewelry, you can go down below, and don't forget to check out Ana Luisa. Use my code, get your 20% off. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to go to therapy and read a book this week. I will see you guys in my next video.